Welcome to The Crunch with Crib Creative. I'm Jess, and each week we're going to be diving into the stories of some of Perth's best agents and business people, how they got where they are, and what they learned along the way. Making the move from motorbike sales to real estate has certainly proved the right choice for Michael Wallace from the Professionals Stirling Clark. He recently took home Rookie of the Year at the REIWA Awards and came in to chat to us about the reasons behind his career change and what led to such a successful first year in the industry. Thank you so much for your time and for coming in today to record The Crunch.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
And congratulations on being number one rookie in WA this year.
Thank you. Yeah, it was awesome. Just to get top 5 or whatever when they ring you to say you'd been nominated or email me, and then get up on the stage was good. So it was fun.
What a
good
fantastic
night.
achievement.
Yeah.
So when did you start in real estate?
I think it was probably about May or June last year.
Okay, so just over a year.
Yeah.
Incredible. And what were you doing before?
Yeah, so I've sort of always been in sales. Used to sell basically sell motorbikes in the motorbike industry for say 20 years, and then went to buy our 100 square metre 3x1. Was a bit small for us and a 2-year-old at the time or whatever, and then we needed a bigger family home, so went out looking, and then ended up going to home opens and stuff and thinking, I should be doing this. I think I can do real estate. So that was what sort of inspired me. I think most people in sales would probably always think of real estate because of the flexibility, and et cetera, et cetera. But I was just like, man, I'm mid-30s. I need to do it now, I guess. Yeah.
So what was it about the home buying experience that made you, was it that you thought I could do it better, or was it that you had a great experience and you wanted to give it a go yourself?
No, so I've been listening to a previous couple of podcasts you've done, and Tash Wellburn from Pier, and she was the same. She'd sold a couple of houses through different agents, etc. And same thing. I just thought, no one was doing anything amazingly, driving nice cars or whatever. Yeah, successful agents, and I was like, wow, maybe you're either burnt out or it's not that hard. One of the two. So yeah.
So how did you, obviously you work now where you live, is that correct? You're selling kind of in the same area that you're in?
I saw in the questions that you mentioned I'm a hills boy, but I haven't lived in the hills for about 18 years, but I did grow up there, and my wife's parents still live there, and etc. So I'm from the area, so it helps. I think you need to, wherever you are, you need to be in the area because of just previous school friends. You never know. You're probably going to get 2 listings a year or something just from people from the area. So I think it's important. Yeah.
And I guess I was wondering as well about how you selected the agency that you went to work for.
Oh, so basically one of the owners, Glenn Newland, most people know. Yeah. So he's a really good mate of mine, and another mate, Scott Jordan, also. He started probably 18 months before me. Yeah. I never really, it was just always going to be just go there, I guess. So, yeah.
Okay. Risky move going into a brand new career with a baby, and how did your family feel about it?
No, my wife's awesome, so she's like supportive and just would be happy with whatever I'm doing. Yeah. Previously doing retail sales, you're doing like 8 to 5:30 plus Saturdays anyway, so these hours are fine because they're flexible. So I don't know, maybe selfishness, I'm not sure. But,
So what approach did you take when you first started out? How'd you get started?
I just remember there's all the drawers where all the files are and everything. And I remember when I first started, everyone's pulling like bits of paper and there's like annexure this and I'm like, I'm never going to know what this is. And now I got my own files in there, so it's good. But I just I'd had obviously previous sales experience. I was actually a mortgage broker for about a year and a half. Okay. Obviously not a successful one, but
a little bit of property.
So I had a pretty good background, and then I just went in just pretending I knew nothing, and then just listen, and
So did you team up with someone initially, or were you out on your own straight away?
No. Well, initially, so when I was still working on weekends, I was sort of going to home opens and that with Glenn. And then when I first started, I'd sort of do my own, door knocking or whatever. But then, like if an appraisal or something came in or whatever, then I'd just sort of buddy up with Glenn. So, how they talk about the old school days of getting a phone book and a desk and or even now, I'm probably different with the new award that's come in, but now that I sort of know how real estate works, if I just went to a new office in a new area, I don't know, it would be so hard, to start. So I've definitely had the little bit of background knowledge plus, some help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What's been the most challenging thing for you in your first year?
To start with, it's like just the stress of like, will I ever get a listing? And
how long were you working before you got your first listing?
I've actually still got my first listing in one Dowie.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a travel.
Months, so, my first one was an office lead. I think it might have been July, maybe August. I got it. So,
yeah. Okay. And was there ever a point in your first, if you started in, would you say March?
About May or June, I think.
Okay.
May, yeah.
Was there ever a point where you kind of were like, oh God, I don't know if I've made the right move?
No, because I knew after a few months, I knew that I'd be right.
Yeah.
I kind of worked off, I just assumed I wouldn't sell a house for like a year or get it, I thought it'd take like ages to get a listing. So I sort of, it was probably happening a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to. So I was okay. But even now, I'm still stressed that, where my listing's going to come from. I think you're probably always going to be like that.
Yeah. So I'm interested to hear, because a lot of all the agents we've had in here so far have been in the industry for, a number of years.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing differently, coming in with a fresh perspective, new to the industry? What do you think you maybe are doing differently to agents who have been around for a long time?
I'm really not sure. Well, I think just, motivation, because sort of, being in one motorbike industry for 20 years, I don't really have any qualifications or anything, so I don't really have a choice. It sort of needs to work.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably because I don't know what it's the good times.
Yeah.
So I only know, I kind of thought it would be this hard to sell houses in a good time, whereas I still think we sell a lot of houses for what people say the market is, in my opinion. So I don't know, I'm just motivated and I just play the long game, if try not to crunch someone to sell their house or whatever, and I don't know.
What about compared to other rookies? Obviously you're top of the pack. What do you think you're doing differently to the other rookies?
I don't, but I mean, like I said, I've had the leg up with previous experience, etc. We've got a really good office as well, so to be totally honest, we do get an okay amount of office leads. I think so, and then we do like training every Tuesday. So once again, back to, if you were new and you're going to an office and they were just going to put you in the corner and say go sell houses, like I wouldn't make it, so you do need you just got support, and we got an awesome office, so you can just ask anyone, everyone helps each other out, etc. So that's helped.
What have you, I did ask about your approach, but are you a door knocker? Have you been getting on the phones? Like, what has been the main things that you've really been trying to push in your first year in terms of, processes and...
So I'm sort of a bit all over the show. I'm not very sort of regimented or anything like that. So I just do some, I'll go do door knocking for a bit. So I think I got about 3 or 4 sales from door knocking.
Okay.
And then, a few family members, or one family member and a couple of mates. So a few office leads, and then a couple from home opens, and just sort of, spreads from there, I suppose. So I don't have like a, what are they, perfect weeks and, all that sort of stuff. So I'm all over the show. Is
it something that you're working on going into your second year? Is there anything you kind of would like to improve, or?
I don't know. You just try and sell as many houses and, as you can with, and then plus like, with the 2 kids and my wife works 4 days and stuff, you just do whatever. Like, I don't know. You block something out, but then if someone rang me to list, I would just be going straight to the listing appointment rather than saying, no, I've got an hour of... But that's just me. Other people have, their own style, so...
Do you prefer to go to a listing, an appraisal, or do you like the process of the negotiation of the sale? What's your preference?
I reckon probably winning a listing is more satisfying, because you need the stock, I probably, personally, that's better. I find when you sell a house, obviously, the commission you need to live, etc. But you're actually more satisfied when you sell a house probably for the person, because then you've actually got a result and it's actually takes some stress off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. Had a stressful one last week and I was talking to Glenn, and it's like sometimes you just you just do anything to have either the house sold or, whatever. So,
for them.
Yeah.
For the seller. What's been your biggest lesson in this first year?
Biggest lesson? Oh, that's a tough one. I think it's real cliche is just to keep prospecting, because you sort of, I'll probably keep prospecting, and I lost 2 listings in the space of a week, or maybe even a day or two, and I was probably just getting complacent, and it was probably the best thing that happened to me, because I was probably even, I just had a few in a row that I'd won, or, whatever, a good listing month or something, and then I missed these 2, and it was a real good eye-opener to be, more focused, I guess. So I do get wayward again, I guess.
What's the feeling like? I can imagine losing a motorbike sale, someone who's kind of come in, is looking to purchase something, and then you kind of have to get them across the line, versus you prospecting, the commission, you lose a commission on a house, it's a much bigger loss.
Yeah.
What's the difference, I guess, in feeling, and how's that kind of built your resilience as a salesperson?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think if you lose it, you just got to go, whatever, just move on. I'm not too emotional.
Don't dwell on it.
Yeah, I don't get too excited if I have a good month. Like last week I sold 2 houses in a day.
Yeah.
The previous month I was really quiet, so I don't really get to,
try to remain stable.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would help, especially in your first year too. I think a lot of people just starting out might get much more emotionally attached, or have the real highs and lows, and it probably makes it a lot tougher for them.
Yeah.
So
sometimes you sell some houses, you're like, oh man, that's less listings I have now.
Do you think that's your personality, or is that something that the guys in the office have kind of instilled in you?
I don't know. I just think it's I guess always being on sort of a commission in sales, you just know there's going to be, highs and lows, and then, on a rainy day when you don't expect to sell any houses or motorbikes, you'll, sell one, or, sell 3 motorbikes in a day or something like that, so you just need to be that, you just need to, if someone rings you, go to the appointment, or, if someone wants to look at a house on a rainy Sunday night or something, just go there, because you never know what can happen, I think. Yeah.
What do you like most about selling real estate?
It's just the flexibility. We've got a good office. I probably socialise too much a little bit there, I guess. But just the industry is just a fun. I don't know. Always being in sales, it's a fun environment to work in, and it's pretty. If someone lists a house with you, it's pretty. I don't know whether because I'm still sort of newish, but it's sort of like a bit of an honour or whatever that someone's trusted their biggest asset with you. So it's a bit of a buzz, I guess. So,
yeah. And what do you think? What's the worst thing? What have you struggled the most with?
The worst thing is I think on the outside people just think you stand at a home open, take names and get a 10 grand, paycheck for the selling a house, and go to REIWA balls and golf days, and that's pretty much it. But I think, you have some, like I was saying, some of those really stressful deals, and, there's just a lot of things in the background happening. So, I think that's probably what I've learned, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
How have you gone about marketing yourself in your first year? What have been some of the things that you've done?
So we have sort of our in-house sort of marketing department. So I've just, been doing sort of Facebook videos and stuff like that. Probably what scared me of getting into real estate was the door knocking and self-promotion and stuff like that. But I actually don't mind door knocking. Once you get started, it's actually not so bad. And then, so basically living up in the hills, I put a bin on Kalamunda Road. So anyone who drives up and down there to visit their parents or whatever, sees my face. So just stuff like that. And, I think what everyone else is, there's no golden, there's no quick fix or whatever it is. So, yeah.
What would your, do you have any advice that you give to other rookies, maybe people who are looking to get into real estate? What would you say to someone yourself a year ago?
Yeah, so I would definitely be looking at, like, I remember doing the REIWA course, and the guy was like, if you have not with an office already, he was like, interview the office. And I was thinking, we're the ones trying to get jobs. But yeah, I think you need if you're just going into a place where they're just going to sit you and say, go sell houses. I mean, they've got to invest a lot more as of now. But I would be saying the office is a big one.
Yeah.
And make sure I know a lot of people. And make sure you got like a decent database, etc.
Yeah.
And in the area where you live.
Yeah. So I know when you said you kind of went to your office because you had mates there, but did you look anywhere else? Did you kind of do that, go through that interview process?
No. Oh, I just, like, being sales, you don't really have job interviews. You just sort of, you just do talking, I guess. So, but because of the area it's where I sort of grew up. Yeah.
It was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
for you.
exactly.
Yeah. What about advice to other rookies who are in, a year or two in and maybe who aren't doing as well as you? What are some of the things that have worked for you that maybe you think other people aren't doing?
I honestly don't. Like, I think being in appointments and just playing the long game, mention, should you rent your house, or, then people will probably respect that you're probably looking out for them rather than trying to crunch a, listing on the first meeting or whatever. So I think just be personable, and I think just don't make anything up. If you don't know something, say you don't know. It's better now that I've done it for a year and I can say I've only been in a year, but I've won an award, or, so it's easier for me. But yeah, I just think just be honest, and people will, they'll see through BS, pretty quick, I think. So
yeah. What motivates you?
Well, we still live in our 100 square metre 3x1 with 2 kids. So, just, your family and your kids, you just want to basically, make sure they go to an okay school, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess.
Yeah. Providing for your family. That's fair.
Yeah.
What's next for you? What are your goals for the next year or so?
I was about to say next now is sort my home opens out this weekend, but just try and, at least do what I did last year, this year, and then, I don't know, just keep selling houses. I don't really, you sort of, when you're new, you're like, oh man, want to own my own business or whatever, but I think for now, I just want to, just keep selling houses and, probably get, more established in my own area. I've been, don't mind travelling for listings, etc. But, just being the king of suburb, or, close to, so you sort of just get that repeat, and then more family time to, instead of driving around Perth to home opens.
Fair enough. So in terms of flexibility, lots of agents say, that's something that people come into real estate saying, well, it's going to be really flexible, and that's kind of the lifestyle that I want. Have you found it to be so?
It definitely is. You can, whatever, if there's a bit of time here or there, take it, whatever, go have a coffee, pick up, if one kid's sick, you can do that, etc. So it's, but then also, you're doing nighttime appointments, so like lately I try and book them for 6:30, so you do like kids' bed and all that. Yeah. 1-year-olds in bed at 6, and then you back out for 6:30. So there's sort of those. You might miss, I don't know, The Bachelor or whatever. But that's
what a shame.
Yeah, part of the job, I guess. So,
do you have a coach?
Not really.
Is it something that you would kind of consider, or the office is really good in terms of education?
Yeah, we've got, good educate, and stuff. I don't know. I guess if you've got no listings or whatever, then, or no sales or something, then that's probably a pretty good motivator. I think. I find you go to a few of those courses and you get all inspired, and then it's cliche, but you just go back to what So, I don't know. I'm just try and sell as much as you can, and
Did you know you were kind of in the running to be that, where your listings were at as compared to people in a similar stage of their career? Did you have any, is that something that you keep an eye on, or?
I won the REIWA of the Rookie of the Month or something, in about August last year, I think. No, maybe September, whatever it was. And then I sort of started counting, and then I just thought, whatever. If it's if it happens, it happens. So
is there a competitive drive in there, or it's just?
No, not really. Just literally, as long as I can, have a bigger house and, you know, send the kids to, you know, good school, go on a family holiday, that'll do me, you know.
Yeah.
So it it won't change I don't know, I'm pretty laid back with that sort of thing. So,
Yeah. How has does your wife, does she happy about the career change?
I think she's happy because, you know, I'm happy, you know, I wish I did this years ago. So she's happy like that. So I think she's gets to go a few balls and stuff like that. So that must be handy.
There is the party element.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I guess just at the very crux of it, I suppose what I really want to know from you is what is setting you apart from at this stage of the game.
I don't know, like, I'm a pretty good salesman. Like, you know, I just had this appointment with some people who had sold their house and they just heard me saying. And so when I used to sell motorbikes, I used to sell the least, most popular brand.
Okay.
And so, which is Kawasaki, which I love, but anyway. And so if you were like selling, say, Hondas, you could just literally sit there and people would just buy them. Whereas these, you'd have to, you know, they're still fine, there's nothing wrong with them, but you'd have to do the service, you know, be nice and just try and make it happen, you know. So I think, and you know, you just try and be nice and, you know, you're selling someone's biggest asset, so you got to put a bit of effort in, you know. So I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'm going to get you back in here and see if you've got anything different to say.
Yeah.
That's all my questions,
Unless
Michael.
you want me to say something, I'll...
No, God, I just want you to say the truth.
Yeah.
But congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
Good luck for your second year.
Yeah, too easy.
Hopefully next time we speak, you'll be out of your 100 square metre 3x1.
Yeah.
And into, you know, the next one up.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see.
Thanks, Michael.
All right, cheers.
Thanks for tuning into The Crunch. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the show, so if you would like to share them, please email me at jess@cribcreative.com.au. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the show and share it with anyone else you think might like it.